Boo-doo-doo-boos, everybody, live and with me. I didn't turn on the webcam setting here. That might help out a little bit more. Hello, everybody. We are going live. Just a moment. I got to adjust these webcam settings a little bit, see if I can make me look a little bit better here. We have like a bunch of rain today here, and so as a result, we're hanging out underneath the tarp here. The girls are grabbing a quick little other computer here as well. Go ahead, honey.
Your water
What just? Oh, that's all right. We're not worried about water. And Kiara's going to be back behind the camera as well. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We have like a whole bunch of stuff from the Mazda RX7 that a lot of you guys. Go ahead, Kiara. We won't show you. Yeah, see, like we got to hide Kiki, the camera girl. As you guys know that have been here for a while, she's incredible behind the camera, but does not like to be in front of it. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of stuff today that we're going to be. Oh, look at this. This is the little. Some of you guys call that the Dorito. Just give me a thumbs up that everybody can actually hear me. I want to make sure that we're good on sound today. Looks like we're a lot better on video rather than the last live stream. So give me that. Kristen and Kiara are going to start feeding me the information so I don't have to look at your comments over there. Also, I think that, oh, Jeremy, are you in here? I got to make sure that Jeremy's a moderator. Jeremy, hit real quick so we can moderate you. Anyway, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be auctioning off today. And this is, treat this as a 100% fundraiser. This stuff is not going in our pockets. This is, we have the Marty case that's coming up that we're getting back in the water in 3 weeks on to go see if we can find the bridesmaid. We have Randy Leach, which is over in Ohio or Kansas. We've got a big case on that one that we're working on. We just sunk like almost $4,000 into a new sonar system that came out of our pocket. So my wife here's my wife. She's been really patient with me, like spending that type of money. So I appreciate you letting me do that. That way we are reinvesting all this money. This is YouTube money. This is Facebook money. This is donation money. This is auction money. We appreciate all of you being here, helping to support what it is that we're doing as we're getting in the water. Jeremy, again, I lost you. I don't know if you even came across the screen yet, but I do want to make sure I get you on as a moderator here. So that way if we get any crappy people on here, we can kick them off. With that being said, here's how I want to kind of do this today. We don't want to go like, one item at a time. Let me put some gloves on here. Let me put that in my pocket. We don't want to just do like one item at a time and, oh, hey, we have, the Dorito from the motor and now we're going to auction for 5 minutes and make this thing last for like 4 or 5 hours. We want to try to do this in the next 30 minutes or not 30 minutes. I'm sorry. The next 60 minutes or so. And Jeremy, are you on here yet? I'm still not seeing Jeremy because I keep not looking at there. Tell me if Jeremy pops up on the screen there so I can add him as moderator. So we're going to do like 5 items at a time. So if you're going to bid, we're going to use the either Venmo to win the bid. So you have to pay like immediately because if you don't pay within like 5 minutes, we're going to re-auction that item. So we'll accept Venmo today. So that detail is going to be at Jared Leisek, JaredLeisek, or you can use the super chat on here and you can pay that way. If you're just here for the show and donations, we really appreciate all donations. Like I said, I got to pay off that $4,000 sonar piece of equipment that my wife was really patient with me purchasing. I still didn't see. Did anybody see Jeremy yet? We're looking for Nug and Exploring with Nug is who we're looking for. And I apologize. I am going to not be reading a lot of comments today, so I'm going to keep this show going. If you have any direct questions for me, I've got Kristen and Kiki behind the camera here. They'll shout out any direct questions, and we'll talk about them as we have the items up for bid. Some of these, like the small pieces, look at that. That's the actual VIN plate number doohickey from the car. With that, the smaller items will actually do like free shipping on some of this stuff. Some of the stuff, once you pay for it, we're still going to have to arrange for shipping payment afterwards. Other than that, we'll just kind of like play it by ear. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let me see if I can make this a little bit brighter since I think it quit raining a little bit. Is it done raining here? I don't want to move that stuff too much. Let's see if we can pop that up. Kiara, behind you is a clamp. Can you hand me that clamp real quick? See if we can get a little more light for people here.
I think someone just made a donation.
That's beautiful. Who is the holy moly? Nikita? Hey, I really appreciate that. That was a $150 donation. You are amazing and awesome. Thank you for that. Okay, with that being said, hon, you cannot have your coffee there. Let's put that down there. We cannot have water there. We're going to put that down there. And if everybody's ready, let's get the auction going. How's that for my auctioneer voice?
Well, did she donate or pay for a?
Oh, we haven't. No, we haven't done anything yet. It
Okay.
says right that I can pay. Okay, with that being said, here we go. First up on the list, let's just jump into. We have two of these today. So the first one is one of the people call it Doritos. It comes out of a rotary engine from the RX7. And is there a proper term for this as well? Tell me if they comment what the actual proper term is. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's rubles, Russia. What is that, like 3 cents? I don't know. What is a ruble? No, I appreciate the donation. I don't know what the conversion rate is on that. Anyway, first one, start putting your bids, whoever the highest bid is. And this is where Kiara and Kristen, you really have to pay track. Like,
that's a rotor, by the way.
Say it. Okay, so it's a rotor. So who wants this? We have two rotors. We're going to do the second rotor later on in the auction today. So start bidding, say what your price is, and say what is your bidding on, because we got this one going on right now.
There's a $1.
$1 so far. So keep track of that. We also have the this entire, what do we call the entire air cleaner box. So whoever wants the authentic, and it's really authentic because I actually used the saw and I accidentally cut into it when we cut that hood open. But it does come with the air cleaner as well. So this is like a 3-piecer if anybody wants this. Put your bid in.
I don't know how to do this.
Skylar, you know that you're gonna have to pay. Holy moly, hot real sand. You know we would hold you to that 100,000 if you're really paying 100,000. Now come on, guys, we're not gonna accept those as real ones there. I really don't, Skylar. I don't think you're really gonna bid $100,000 on that one. I got a lariat. We got 40 for the rotor right now. Okay, so
you have to do each thing at a time.
Is that how we have to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're just doing one at a time, and we're just going to go for 2 minutes. That's going to make it a lot easier. So, Carter, we're going to come back to you. We've got 60 seconds. 60 seconds of bidding on this rotor is where we're at right now. So we're looking at Philip right now. And this is one rotor, Philip, so I need to make sure that you understand it's for one rotor. Later on is another rotor. So we got Philip right now. High bid is 50. Jose, you got to go up on that one. You're at 50, but you matched Philip. Philip was first. Do we hear 55? 55, going 55, 60, 60, 70, 80. Where we got? Yosef is at 50.01. We got Jose at 60. Okay, Jose's doing good at 60. Jose Torres. Let's go another 30, 45 seconds. Right, this one. Real bids only. That's right. No spamming. I need a moderator in here. Hey, Philip, can I make you a... Philip? Hey, 100.
But I don't...
Yeah, I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Philip, can I make you a moderator? Do you mind if I do that? Dave Mack. Oh, look, Dave is a moderator too. So Philip, let me know if you want to be a moderator on this one, if you know how to do that. Frick, I need moderators in here. Yes, we can mark the spammers. I don't know which ones are the spammers. All right, Philip, perfect. Let me do that real quick. Philip.
Does he want the rotor? Who was for the rotor?
All right, add moderator. All right, Philip, you are now a moderator on here. So yeah, help us out with the spam. Just over the right-hand side, you can block people for 60 seconds and other stuff like that. It gives you some fun little stuff. All right, so we got 65. Philip is at 65. We're closing the bid in 10 seconds. We have Philip at 65 is where we're at on that one. Going once, going twice at 65. That is sold to Philip. So write that down, girls. We'll be in touch with Philip later on that one. All right, back to the air cleaner. I saw Carter was at 50. Does Carter, you still want 50 on this one, and keep the bids going from there? So we're at the air cleaner. Coming up after the air cleaner, let me just throw that down there on there. Currently bidding on the air cleaner. Comes as a complete package and customized by Mr. Lysick. That's right. So watch the bids on that one. Tell me who goes up. We got Eb and Mark. Oh, in order to pay for this, we do need payment right away, so we know that this is real. So that way, we know if we have to throw it back in the auction. So in order to pay, you need to jump over to Venmo, which is at Jared Lysick, or you need to pay right here on Super Chat, so we know that it's paid for right away and that it was a real bid and we're not wasting our time. So Carter, you still in at 50 on this one? So keep that one going. Next up after that, let's I got lug nuts. Are people interested in the lug nuts? Should I sell them as a whole set or single? Oh, where did they go, Kiara? Actually, I got the fan next. All right. So the fan will be coming up after this air cleaner box. We're going to go another 40 seconds, or I'm sorry, another 60 seconds on the air cleaner. So, Carter, I need to know if you're still in for this one at 50. If not,
I think it was 50 cents, wasn't it?
No, that was Alan at 50 cents. So, Alan, you got to come up on that one. So, we've got VW Bus. We got to come up higher on that. And this one, I'm sorry, and we do need to make sure that Billy, I don't think that, oh, that's a 2 cents. 2 cents of a millionth. Unknown is 80. All right. Texas Restorations, you're at 20. Unknown is at 80. We're going to close this one right now at 80.
Who was that?
Oh, well, we got Adam. Hold on. Well, no, we got Unknown. So Unknown, I will crazy. Are you really at 80? If so, you need to make the payment right now. Bidding is closed on this one. If not, we've got a backup offer on it at 25 with Adam. Third place is Texas Restoration. So write that down. Let's see if we can get this. So you need to use the Super Chat to pay for this, or you need to use the Venmo, which is at Jared Lysick. It needs to be taken care of in the next 5 minutes. And on to the next one. Next up, sorry, I'm out. Sorry, I only have PayPal. Hey, we can do PayPal, Carter, if you want to do that. But Unknown was ahead of you on that one.
28 for Zonda.
So for PayPal, if you want to drop that right now, that's going to be what's the best one to do? I don't even know. How about do finance? FINANCE at TREVARI.com. Anyway, we do have a PayPal for you on that one, Carter. Philip wants to be friends. All right, we got to pick up the pace on this one. We don't want to keep people for like hours and hours on end.
Adam said I'll do 25 PayPal.
Confirm that one. Man, this is going to be harder than I thought. Like, what is the best way to keep track of this? Are you writing all this stuff down, Hank?
Adam said what?
And all right, anyway, we're on the fan is where we're at. So are you, Adam, are you on the fan right now? Is that what you're bidding on?
I think he was on the air.
If you were on the air cleaner, that was way too low on that one. Air cleaner. Yeah, Adam. Yeah, that one's already gone.
What was it?
Who's on the air cleaner? Oh, we are not doing good at this at all, are we?
No.
Oh, guys, what is the best way to do this? Like, we have a lot of items here.
Just show the items and then.
Okay. How about if we do this to make it really, really easy and simple? I think that this is going to be the best way. So you're just going to have to email me the item you're bidding on and the price that you're willing to pay. And then we're just going to have to go through all of those after the auction and figure out who was the highest bidder. And then that way we can continue going down the list to make sure that we are doing this appropriately. Does that sound fair, everybody?
Someone just sent me $10.
Thank you, Stagiar Gnome, for your $10 donation. We are going to use that to help pay for the sonar equipment. So, Paul and everybody else, just real quick, let me know. I think that that's going to be the best way to do that. Why not use eBay? The reason why is because I don't want to put like every single one of these items on eBay. It's going to be like a nightmare for me. I think it's going to be fun. Let's just start blasting through these items one at a time. You write down your bid. Again, my email address. Everybody has my email. It's on the About section everywhere. It's jared@trevari.com. Just show what you have. Send me an email. So I'm going to show it. Send me an email.
Label what it is.
Label what it is that you're bidding on, and we will let you know if you are top bidder. So air cleaner, bid on that. Give us your high bid. We are doing the air cleaner. second up, and we will close the auction tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So you have until 5 o'clock tonight, 4 hours and 45 minutes to bid on what is it you're going to do. That's going to get through this a lot faster. Next item, we have a fan. If you're bidding on this, send us an email. Let us know what your highest bid is on that one.
Someone said, what about shipping fees?
Shipping fees, if it's just like a small item, you know, we'll go ahead and work that in. I'll cover the shipping because that's only be like $2 or whatever. If it's a large item, then we're going to get a hold of you, make sure that you want to pay shipping. We'll figure out where you're at. We're not going to, you know, we'll make sure that you have the cheapest shipping. I've got a FedEx account so we can keep your costs down. All right, next up for...
People won't bid each other up if they can't see the bid.
There's what?
Someone said people won't bid highest amount if they can't see.
It's a sealed bid auction. I mean, that's kind of how it is. I agree with what you're saying. I just don't know how to keep this thing moving. Like, we're already 15 minutes into it, and we've only done like 3 items, and we haven't gotten a single payment because people either have PayPal or they need to pay some other way. So with that, we're going to keep this thing going. Next up is a alternator. So it's a very dirty, very rusty alternator. So if you're interested in that, shoot us an email with your highest sealed bid auction amount. Next up, we got to go back to, and we have 2 rotors available. So you're voting, or you're bidding on each rotor. So how much are you willing to pay? Sealed bid auction for each rotor. Send us an email. We're going to go through all that stuff tonight at 5 o'clock. Yes. Hey, what are you doing, Hans?
Dude, I heard you selling stuff. I got a steering wheel for my Porsche. Will you try to sell this for me?
So it's freaking Hans. So Hans is from Evo Gimbals. What, you saw us live and you
yeah, just can you try to sell that for me?
No, I can't sell your Porsche steering wheel.
I bet somebody would want it. It kind of looked like a Porsche.
I'll
I
tell
think
you what.
should.
Well, hold on. If anybody wants Hans's Porsche steering wheel, we'll come back to that one. Let me grab the Mazda steering wheel. Like, which one is more valuable? Hold on. Let me grab.
That one came off really hard. I watched you take that thing off.
Yeah. So we've got the Mazda steering wheel. If anybody wants the Mazda, yours doesn't even come with a with wipers
or anything.
Yeah, no blinkers, no wipers. Mine comes with all of that. The horn's not working right now, but we've got all that available.
My horn doesn't work either.
Yes. So anyway,
this might be worth more.
Anyway, this is Hans from Evo Gimbals.
Hey,
incredible sponsor. He's been like, I think you were our very first sponsor from the very beginning.
Probably.
And not only does he have like good gimbals to keep all of our footage smooth, but Hans here has a brand new YouTube channel of his own that you need to check out. We're gonna plug. Is that why you came over here?
No. Yes. No. Maybe.
Hans did it. HANZDIDIT. Hans did it. Yes, he does. Like, he's one of those like kind of nerdy, geeky like guys that like puts battery stuff together and makes weird stuff, and but it's really cool. So definitely check it out.
Videos.
Yeah, they're good videos.
Thanks.
Do people even anyway? If you want the Mazda steering wheel, highest sealed bid, send me an email, jared@travari.com. My email's all over the website. I think it's in the link description here as well. If not, it's over on the About section.
That's out of a Porsche 944.
Porsche 944.
1987.
So here's the challenge right now. Which one is going to fetch more in the sealed bid auction? And in fact, on here, let us know what you plan on bidding also, so that way you can help drive up the bids for those that are bidding sealed bids auctions. We're going to have a lot of emails tonight, honey.
Amber donated $5.
Amber, thanks for your donation. I'm sending a donation. I love your videos. I appreciate that. So, all right.
All right, I'm going to get out of your hair, but sell that.
All right, I'll try to sell it. A Porsche.
Right.
Oh, it comes with an airbag, too.
No, it says there's no airbag.
Yeah, neither does mine. All right.
87, they didn't have airbags.
Yeah, mine's an 82.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right.
How many miles did you say that had on it?
3,000. Oh, Hans wants to know how many miles were on the car. So let's just go ahead and talk about the instrument cluster right now, which if you can see this, I don't know if you can see, it might be too dark. No, I think you can see. Look, 3,885 miles on the brand new instrument cluster. So if you were looking for a nearly brand new instrument cluster, be sure to bid on this as well. Let us know here in the chat like what you plan on bidding And then yeah, we got then send in your sealed bid into the email. So we've got that up for auction as well. Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you later.
Another $5 donation.
Thank you for your $5 donation, Texas Restorations. The auction, as I said, is going to be going on. We'll be accepting bids until 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tonight. On that note, we're going to have 2 windows here. They are sold separately. They are not sold in pairs. So if you would like both windows, be sure that you bid enough for both of them. This one is going to be the driver's rear window. So we definitely cut that out with the saw. So it does come with a little bit of metal. There's no way that I'm taking that out of the adhesive for you. If you saw the first video, it took me forever to get it out of the windshield. So anyway, we've got the driver's window. Let's also throw up the passenger window. It's a bit dirtier. I did not clean it. I'm not going to clean it. It is 100% authentic. And it's not seen much sun in the past 37 years. So this thing probably only has 2 years of sunlight on it.
I think I just saw Jeremy in the chat.
And a little bit, or Jeremy, he's still a moderator. So, hey, Jeremy, thanks for being here. We got you and Philip are the mods today. So the way that we're doing this, Jeremy, if you've not caught up, make sure you drop them, Jeremy, drop them my email in there, just to jared@trevari.com. That's JARED @TREVARI.com. Keep people updated on that. But people are to be saying how much they think that they're going to be bidding. Send me an email with your sealed bid, what item you're bidding on, and in 4.5 hours tonight, we're going to be closing the auction down, getting a hold of you for shipping and payment. So keep that story going. I'm going to keep grabbing items so we can get through all this stuff in the next 30 or 40.
The money going to?
The money is going to an incredible cause. We are actually getting back in the water to go find in like two weeks, right after Memorial Day. We are finally done with this little series. We're getting back in the water. We've got cold cases to hit. I just spent $4,000 on new sonar. Kristen's not too pleased with me. She's been very patient. I got to help pay that off. We're using that because we got a new sponsor that's donating a little boat and a little motor to get us in those sloughs so we can go check out all those sloughs up there by Astoria, see if we can find Marty. That's one of the big things we're doing. Next one is we've got a Randy Leach over in Kansas or Iowa. I can't remember which one. That's a big case that we're looking for. That's a 30-year-old cold case as well. So anyway, all this money's not going in my pocket. Like, we are reinvesting it. We thank all of you. We thank YouTube platform and everything that we got going on here. With that being said, Jeremy and everybody else, if people have those same questions, help us out so I can keep this thing moving. I really appreciate it. So we can get you guys out of here. Next up, let's go with how about a gear shifter? So we got the gear shifter is available. Has a little, I don't think it moves much. But anyway, this was a 5-speed with reverse. A little dark in here. I apologize. It was raining today, so I got like a big tarp up here is what we got going on. In fact, I might be able to bring them out a little bit. See if we can brighten this up since it's not raining at the moment. There, is that better? A little bit. All right. Next up is this is gonna be really greasy. In fact, I don't even know what this is. I think this came out of the transmission. So this is part of your shifting mechanism, I think is what it is. If anybody actually knows what the name of it is, let us know. If you're bidding on that, drop what your bid is in there. Make sure you send us an email. Bidding closes at 5 o'clock. We have this one. It may be a little too much to ship. Oh, that thing is heavy. So if you plan, I'm gonna bring the kit. Anything can ship. I'm like, if you want it, bid on like part of the. This is the front section of the motor. It's going to be really heavy, and shipping is going to be expensive. But if you want it, bid on that. I'm out of breath lifting that one.
Someone said, please spell your email again.
Email, Jeremy, do you have that you can paste my email in there? If not, I'll let you know again. All right. We have one of the brake drums. So if you want a brake drum, let me know. We've got that going. We've got, speaking of brake drums, I don't want to tear another brake drum off because I'm out of saw blades. But right back here, we've got, and I'll tell you what it is. We've got the entire, is it rear axle? I think it's, yeah, this is the rear axle. So it's got the brake drum on there, rear axle, little hub thing. Again, that one's going to be really expensive for shipping, but if you want that one, we've got it. We also have the driver's door, and these you must bid separately, okay? If you want the driver's door still has the glass inside of it. It's really heavy. I don't even want to mess with it. So if you want that, the starting bid on that door is going to start at $100. Comes with the glass, has a lot of mud, which means I need to like clean it out. And that's why we're starting the bid at $100. I just don't want to mess with it. But anyway, if you do, starting bid $100, and I'm going to get that cleaned up, and then we'll get it like weighed and shipped out to you. You do have to pay for shipping. While we're talking about doors, we also have the passenger door as well. All right, what else we got going on? Here we go. I got the spare tire. Spare tire is made out of steel. Does not have aluminum on here, so I will not be melting any of this down, but we do have the spare tire available. And then just for kicks real quick to let you know, I have the foundry that will be finished on Tuesday, so we do have that video coming out soon. This coming Friday, you'll also see the teardown of the entire motor, transmission, and battery. But here is the pile right there of aluminum that we were able to get off the car. So we're going to be melting that down along with that pile as well. I don't know if we're going to get the 1,000 coins that we initially had hoped for. I'm guessing that we're going to be right around 400 coins. Anyway, in order to be notified first about that, if you're on the team, what does it mean to be part of the team? Become a member, and there's a link all over, to become a member. You get videos early, as well as you get notified first of those videos, which is going to have the link to the coin. So you'll be able to first come, first serve, purchase a coin before it goes public to everybody else. I'm not trying to be rude about it or mean or anything else. This is just a gratitude thing. It's our way of giving back for those that are actually reaching into their pockets. They've signed up to be a member, and we're giving back to them with additional opportunities. So I appreciate you understanding that. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's do these.
People are asking how much for the coins, and they're also asking about the emblem.
All right. We do have the emblems available here in the auction, so hold tight for those. Here's another gear thing. I have 3 different gear sizing things. So the first one was the transmission one. We're going to call this the large gear. So if you want that. Second one, I got a medium one and a small one. And then I'll answer your question about the coins. So that's the medium one, and then that's the small one. So bid on those individually separate, small, medium, large. Bid on those. Next up, to answer your question about the coins. Initially, we were going to do like $10 plus free shipping. Let me tell you, in order for us to break even, okay, we need to be like, $12 to $13 range, because this is like a whole lot more work than I thought. I've already sunk like $500 into just making the foundry and all this other stuff. It's just like crazy. But we're bringing you content during this like COVID isolation thing. And so I think we're going to be right between the $17 to $20 range. I hope that you guys are good with that, knowing that these are custom, one of a kind, made from the RX7, and it's going to an incredible cause. Like I said, we're putting our time out there. I travel at times. I'm away from the family. I've got them behind the scenes supporting me. I really appreciate the girls with everything that they do for me. With that being said,
$2.
hey, appreciate that, Captain. Keep this going. I've got, where should we go next? I don't even know what we're going to call this. This is part of the motor inside. It was like in sections, and you'll see that in this Friday's video. But like the rotor was on one side of it, another rotor was on the other side. Ended up having to cut that out of there in order to get it. So what do we call this? How about a motor section is what we're going to call that one.
Looks like you got 4 new members.
That's incredible. Hey, thank you for those that are coming on as members, Amber and Shauna. If I miss your name, I apologize. I'm trying to keep this thing going for everybody. Next up, we have, oh, this one's a bit heavier. Let's see if I can put it over here. All right. So this right here is the clutch assembly is what it is. So in the upcoming video on Friday, you'll see where I actually had to like cut off this nut here and take the whole thing apart in order to get this apart. So it's a kind of a nice little, I'm going to say it's a beautiful art piece. So if you're into that one, make sure you put your bid in for that one and email me.
It's for all of it?
Yeah, that is for the complete setup of what it is I just showed you. So you're bidding on that entire section. I'm going to say it weighs about 25 pounds. So shipping is going to be a little more expensive. If anybody's questioning, yes, we will ship anywhere around the world. You're paying for shipping. All of this, you're paying for shipping, just to be clear on it. So bid what you want, knowing that shipping is on top of that. Keep the questions coming. All right. We have, now I've been told there might be kind of like a converter and platinum in there and all this other stuff, and might be worth like $60 inside of it. Again, I don't want to take the time to like do that. I think it's better if you want this as a art piece or souvenir of some sort. That is the muffler there. That one is really heavy. If I had to guess, I'd say it's about 45 pounds for shipping. But anyway, whatever it is, we'll go ahead and get it boxed up for you. We have no problem shipping whatever it is that you
Will you be accepting local pickup?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to save on shipping, I've got local as well. Who's local? And by local, know that I'm down in Bend, Redmond in Central Oregon is where I'm at. But I will be up in Portland again soon, so I can bring stuff up there. Oh! You know what?
So Philip already sent money for one of the rotors.
Well, yes, because we did that before we did the other one. So yes, we will make sure the one rotor goes to you, and then your people are only bidding on the second rotor. So we did change the rules halfway through the game as we got started. So thank you for that, Philip. We have 2 headlights here.
Another new member.
Hey, appreciate it, John. Thank you very much. This is the passenger front headlight. Has a little bit of water left in there. I cannot guarantee it's going to have any water by the time it gets to you. It's starting to rain on me. Let me come back in there. Woo! Anyway, you're bidding on the passenger headlight with a little bit of water. We have the driver's headlight with a lot more water. There is no fish in there, so it does not come with any aquatic life, but you do get half a bulb full of water if you bid on that one. And I'm sure that I could seal that up somehow and make sure that the water doesn't leak out and that the rest of that water gets to you. So that is the driver's light. What do you think about that, hon?
Why would they want the water?
I don't know. Why would they not? Let's just for kicks, let Kristen know down below. Would you want the water in the light or no water? Anyway, let her know, like, what is the preference on that? Like, I think it's cool that it has the water in there. So anyway, let her know on that one. What else we got going on, Kristen? We got a lot of stuff.
Another new member.
Another new member?
Uh-huh.
Thank you for the new members. The new members will, all members will also receive our videos early. So you're part of the team. Team members, we just share videos with early. That's one of our ways of saying thank you. In addition to that, because you're going to see the videos before everybody else, when our coin videos come out, they're going to have the purchase link. You're going to be notified before everybody else. I don't say that's unfair. Some people yell at me and they're like, "You're not being fair to everybody." Listen, we take care of our people, right? Okay. We have 2 license plates. If you want both of them, you're going to have to outbid everybody on both of them. This one is the rear. This one was actually on the rear of the car, which ended up seeing like the floods through the years, whereas this one was the front one, was inside of the car. So let us know if you're bidding on the rear license plate or if you are bidding on the front license plate. All right, good on those. Woo! Look at that. All right, next up. I don't know. I don't exactly know what this is called. So if anybody knows, but I think it's really heavy. but I think it's it comes off the engine. The exhaust is where it goes, and then it ties into the muffler. So I think it went like this. So motor down into the muffler pipe, and then out to the tailpipe. So if you're interested in, let's call this the, what's the proper term? Let's call it the, I've heard terms called, again, I'm not a car guy. Is this the header? Let me know, honey. Let us know. All right.
Exhaust manifold.
Exhaust manifold. So you're bidding on the exhaust manifold. Next up.
Dave Max said, I'd have kept the plate if I'd known it was worth something. Haha.
Yeah, you did have your chance, didn't you, Dave? Dave was with us. Dave's been, I think Dave was our very first gear sponsor supporter. So when you are sign up as a member, you can be for $4.99. It's a part of the team. $10 or $9.99 as a tank sponsor. What that is it's for our air. We go through a lot of air, especially when we're lifting these cars. So all your money and donations going for an incredible cause as we're pulling these cars out of the rivers. And then Dave, thank you, signed up as a gear sponsor. That's $25 to help us buy additional gear. So some of that money has been used for the sonar equipment, which is where all these donations are going today. So I appreciate every one of you. Next up is it was like fan belt, went to radiator, and I think a water pump. So you're bidding on that next. So if you're interested in that, shoot us an email. Again, for these bids, they're sealed bids. So like drop a note down below of what you think that you're going to be bidding on these at. But when the sealed bids come in, we're going to shuffle through all these and we're going to figure out what the highest bid was. Then we'll be in contact with you. So make sure that you're giving me your contact information as well. All right. Next up, we're going to do these as one entire complete set. And what this was, it was, you'll see this in next week's video, but these went into the motor in order to hold all of these sections together with the motor. And I think it separated the transmission part. No, not the transmission part, but it was the motor part. So that's what you're bidding on there is all of the bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. They're roughly 10 to 12 inches in length.
Head bolts.
Head bolts. So those are the head bolts. I appreciate everybody that's on here. They tell me that this is like a whole education class. So you're bidding on those that held the motor together. But one of the things that we actually didn't cut up, we were actually able to get those to spin out. So, all right. Next up, I guess this would be the actual muffler. The other one was the Cadillac converter, right? So that's the muffler. Has mud in it. It's authentic. Probably about 40 pounds for shipping. But that is the muffler. Look at that. Dual exhaust. Let's see. Let's go with I think this is like the fuel injectors. I think those, correct me if I'm wrong, is this EFI, electronic fuel injectors? Anyway, we have that available. Let us know what those are. You're bidding on that. We also have the wires, the spark plug wires. In fact, let's put this together with...
Did you run the plate of the car?
We tried to run the plate. We had no information on that one. So let's put the plugs together with the rotor cap and the rotor. The rotor has definitely seen better days. None of this stuff is restorable. Like we would have to buy every new part in order to have restored this car. Anyway, if you would like the coil pack, so a coil pack with the rotor cap and the rotor, that's available. This is distributor cap. So you're bidding on this whole thing together. That's a package deal. All right. We have this is really heavy. We have 2 of these available if you want them. Oh, this is so heavy. Let's put it over here. That is a strut and a shock. The shock is definitely worn out. This is the driver's side. Driver's side. So if you want the driver's side, let us know. If you want the passenger side, we are not doing the passenger side because it's still in the car. It was a borrowed saw. I don't have the saw anymore. So you're only bidding on the driver's side, strut shock, brake assembly, all that good stuff. And it's heavy. Shipping could be like, I don't know, 50 to 100. Okay.
Nug wants to know how much for your ladder.
Who wants to know that?
Nug.
Nug, you don't get my ladder. All right. Get back to moderating. Okay. All right. Next up. All right, carburetor. I know this is going to be a nice little high ticket item. So any bids on that one, go ahead and shoot us an email. That's what that puppy's looking like. And that is now in the auction as well. Carburetor. All right, the radio. Incredible Clarion radio. Top of the line back in 1982. Has some little transistors and stuff in there. That's right, looking pretty good. Anyway, again, I am not cleaning this out for you, but if you would like it, this is available. Let's see if the buttons work. I apologize, but none of the buttons work. The dials don't even turn. So, but anyway, that is the radio is available. Fan housing, so we got that available.
John Campbell said these are art people. The whole point is to raise money to help AWP.
Yes, thank you for keeping everybody else that's updated. So I appreciate you guys helping to moderate this. This is a water pump. So the fan belt would have turned it here, and then the water comes in, the water goes out, it goes into the radiator. We don't have the radiator available because I'm going to be melting that down. It's copper or something. But we do have the water pump available.
Smog pump.
What is it?
A smog pump.
I don't think they had smog back in the day. I don't know. Maybe. I could be wrong and you could be right. We have all the lug nuts. They're still, I could not melt those down. So we got these, all the lug nuts are available. We're not going to separate them. You can do whatever you want to with them. So that should be, if my math is right, I don't know, like 5 times 4 should be roughly 20. Don't quote me on that one. Not going to count it. We're going to keep things going. Anyway, all the lug nuts are available. Somebody was asking about the back. I ended up breaking it, so I apologize on that. Anyway, if you're interested in that, that went between the tail lights. We have that available. Speaking of tail lights, we have the tail lights. Woo! Are available. This would be the I don't know. This is the, we go this way, driver's side. So if you want both of them, you're going to have to double bid. Anyway, so we have the driver's tail light, which is broken. Okay. I don't know if that was my fault or if it was already like that. And then we also have the passenger tail light. Passenger tail light is not broken. So we've got that available as well. I have another section of motor here. This is, oh, that one's heavy. So this is another section of the motor. So you're going to be bidding on, we're going to call this the whole section of motor, not a partial like the other one. And that's kind of the front of it. That's the back of it. In fact, that's where all those head bolts came out. So you're bidding on the head bolt section is what you're going to be bidding on there. Let's see. Tailpipes. We're going to sell those as one unit as I cut those off in different sections. Oh, we got to turn the camera, honey, so people can actually see what I'm talking about. Oh, it wasn't your fault. It was mine. So we have those, the tailpipe sections are available. This is
about
the rims. Let me show you about the rims. Hold on. Anyway, those tailpipes were all one section. As far as the rims, that's what this little pile has become, because the rims are aluminum. And so as a result, that's part of what the coins are going to be made out of, are part of the rims there. We got more of the rims that are over there, along with some, yeah, anything that was aluminum from the transmission wheels, stuff like that. I do have the tires available. Like if for some reason you want a tire, let me show you. They're all basically going to be the same. We tried to blow them up, but let me show you what we got. All right, if you want, we'll do the tires separately. So if you want a tire, bid on one tire at a time. They are all going to be cut just like this. They got cut with the saw so we could get them off of the wheels. But I do have 4 of those available. Look at that, nearly new tread. I mean, probably, if I had to guess, I would say that there was probably only about 3,885 miles on those tires. Just saying. All right. Oh. All right, we're coming to the end here. In order for me to get those rotors out, I had to cut off part of the, what is this called? Is not a drive shaft. It makes the rotors go up and down and around. What is this called? I'm now calling it, I'm going to tell you what I'm calling it. I'm calling it a beautiful paperweight. So if you are into a, whatever this is that cut, paperweight, make sure that you send us an email, bid on that one. Sealed bids, highest bid. Crankshaft. Highest bid at 5 o'clock Pacific time is the winner. We'll be in touch and arrange payment and shipping. So PayPal, credit card, Venmo, whatever form of payment you have, we're going to accept it.
Did you ever find the 4-digit code on the tires for year of production?
I did not. I tried, but let me show you real quick. If you can see, the tires were really worn out. Oh, you might be able to actually see it. Here, you can turn that. But I was not able to actually see any. Yeah, I wasn't able to find it. 27V, I don't think that's it. So, yeah, I couldn't find it. But if you buy a tire and you find it, be sure to let me know so we can answer that in the comments for sure. Next up, I got the gas tank.
People want to know if you can show what the queens are going to look like.
I don't, yeah, kind of, sort of. I'll show you the stamp that I'm using to make them with. We have the 3D printed stamp made so far. Anyway, if you would like a gas tank, for some reason, it'd probably look really good somewhere. And yeah, make sure that you bid on that one before 5 o'clock. Does anybody want the battery? I completely, you're going to see coming up in next week's video. I completely destroyed the battery because I wanted to know what was inside of a battery. So let me just show you what happened to it. So we opened the battery up. If you're interested in that, be sure to let us know. And that little baby can be yours. I don't think that I have to report that to the USPS as to a, I don't think it's a real battery anymore. At this point, it's just like a piece of artwork. We got more. What do we got?
It said break the battery down and melt the lead.
Yeah, but it has like a bunch of little paper on it. So, again, I'm kind of careful as to where I spend my time and what I do. And some things just are not very productive.
And you're very busy.
Very busy. Like, whoa, so busy. Like, we're getting there. I'm so excited, though. We're heading, like I said, we're heading back up to Astoria to go see if we can find Marty. We've got a new little boat that's coming, a new little motor. We've got the sonar that we're paying for that you guys are helping us. We'd really appreciate it. We're going to be up there for at least 2 days on this next round. Fingers crossed. We're just going to get in, find it right away. But how wonderful would that be if we can actually, bring, I was told we don't call this closure anymore because you're never, ever really closing anything. You're bringing resolution to the family so that way they now have the ability to finally put it to rest. So we really appreciate you guys being a part of this, helping the channel grow, because without you guys, none of this would have ever been possible. Like, I would have had to have like a different job and just go do that and not be able to dedicate any of my time to this. So this is a full-time thing for us, pulling cars out of the river. No government agencies are paying us. We're doing all this on our own dime. reinvesting the YouTube and the Facebook money and the donations to make this happen. So thank you for being here today. On that note, I'm getting really thirsty. I do have the cigarette lighter is available. So we got that. If you'd like that. Let's do the saw blades individually, and they're going to be at random. But these saw blades, and I'll even sign if you want signatures on anything that you actually bid and win on. I'll sign them as well if you want. Anyway, we have 4 saw blades that were used in the making of this series as we cut up the car video, the detailing video, as well as the upcoming engine and transmission disassembly. So we have 4 of those available. You're bidding on them individually. This is a much better system. Like, I'm glad we didn't like wait for bids on each one of them.
Yeah.
So
I think people like the public bidding better, but
yeah,
it would've been
public bidding is great because I think that we would have definitely brought in a lot more. And if you're here just for donations, that's available here on Super Chat as well. Or if you want to private message us, we really appreciate your donations and anybody that becomes a sponsor as well. Thank you for all of it.
Where's your stamp so you can show it later?
Oh, my stamp, honey, is look in where the chair. I normally have the chair that goes underneath this, next to the workout stuff, and on the sandbags there. I think the stamps are sitting on there. So check that out. All right, next up, I've got just a spring only. A spring. It doesn't go to anything else. At one point in time, it went to a strut and shock somewhere, but that's not being included with this. You're getting a spring. So if you want to act like Tigger, glue it to your behind and bounce up and down, that's available for you as well. This is, I'm going to say, I don't think it's, could be brake fluid, radiator fluid, or coolant. Okay, coolant. So the coolant housing is available. So if you'd like that one, we've got that. We have a section of the rear bumper. Now this has a bunch of aluminum on it as well, but it's all like flaking off aluminum. So I'm thinking there's just like weight. It's mixed in with steel. Gonna be way, again, I pick my battles. Okay, and this battle to get the aluminum off of here would just be way too much with the amount of steel and flakiness on there and dirt. So as a result, part of the rear bumper has now made it into the auction.
If you sign stuff, will other people in the video sign as well?
No, they will not, because they don't live in my area. So unfortunately, I don't have the ability to be running this stuff all over. So you'll get a signature from me. If you would like a signature from Kristen, Kiki the camera girl, or Malia, I think that we can actually make that work for you. So that part we can honor for you. Oh, I got the clock as well. Back to the console real quick. If you the console will come with the actual cover that was a part of it, so we do have that, is all one piece on that one. Separate from that, we've got the beautiful quartz clock. I really doubt that's going to work, but it does have a little bit of wiring left on the back, so you can try firing that up. I'm not going to do that, but that's available for you. Somebody was asking me about the hood. So if you're interested in the hood, that's going to take me a little bit to actually box up. So starting bid on the hood is $100, but we will box it up. You're going to have to pay for shipping. So the hood is available back there, as well as the top with the sunroof that we took off. So you're bidding on those separately. Again, starting bid on both of those is $100 each. Sealed bids, highest bid wins. And I have part of a chair. Here, I'll lift it up for you. So we've got the chair available as well. Whoop. And I think that's really going to bring us to close to end. No? Yeah, we're going to show you the. Oh no, we have. Oh yes, you guys are here for the emblems. We got the plates. Oh, we still have more. Kiara, behind you. That's part of the battery. Behind you, honey, are the RX7 and the Mazda emblems. People are really interested in those. So look at that. We held those till the end. While Kiara's grabbing those, let me show you the 3D stamp that we're. Let me see, come out into the sun a little bit more. Does that work better? There we go. So that's the stamp that we're going to be using to make the coins, if that focuses properly. Hopefully it does. Is that coming up all right, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the stamp that we'll be putting into the casting sand to pour the molten aluminum and copper to make the coins. So if you are interested in an authentic, one-of-a-kind coin, limited edition, we did initially plan on 1,000. I think we're only going to get like 400 coins out of this, made out of the aluminum from the car. Again, as mentioned, if you are part of the team sponsor, a tank air sponsor, or a gear sponsor, you will be notified before everybody else because you have already reached into your pocket. You're part of the team. We appreciate you. Everybody else, that video will be out in like 2 or 3 Fridays from now with the link. It's a first come, first serve for the purchase link for the coins. Now this is just a 3D stamp. It's actually going to be cast out of the metal from the car. So we appreciate all of you who are paying sponsors, but don't get me wrong, we appreciate all of you who are just here to help support us and watch what it is that we're doing along the way, because we do get half of a cent on YouTube and Facebook, and all of that little change adds up and gives this the ability to get out into the rivers, clean them up, pull these cars out, and work and focus on these cold cases. So we appreciate everybody, regardless of your level of support. With that one, let's start with, we have 2 different Mazda sizes here. So we have a large and a small. So you're going to be bidding on the large and the small separately. So if you would like the large one, it has 1 tab on the back that is not, if you can see that. The small one actually still has both of the tabs on the back. So large and small, you're bidding on those separately. Again, send me an email what you're bidding on and your highest that you're willing to go, that you're bidding on. We also have now I think this is something of like great value here. We'll come back out into the sun on this one, see if we can get some good lighting on it. But that is the VIN number. Is that focusing properly? There we go. So that's the VIN plate off of the car, the RX7. John, hey, welcome as a part of the team. Really appreciate you signing up to become a member and help us out. The next up, so you're bidding on the VIN plate. We also have there's only one, and Dave Mack, you had your opportunity to take that free of charge.
You said you gave it to him.
Listen, I gave you the one that ended up in the back seat, and then I think somebody took it. This one was still attached to the car, so this is not the one that I offered you. The one that I offered you disappeared somewhere, so I don't know who has it, where it went, but this RX7 right here is available. That's right, highest bidder. I would like to see somebody bid $450 or more on that one. Not $4.50 and not $450 in rubles. Nika, I appreciate. Again, did we ever find out what a $150 conversion from rubles is?
No, I think it automatically converts it on here.
I don't know. I appreciate it, regardless of whatever it is. We appreciate all donations, big or small. With that being said, I am not 100%. I am not going to do anything with those and tear them down unless you want to come over for a local pickup. We can discuss that. Same goes for the front of the car here. I am doing nothing more with that one. Absolutely nothing. I think that brings us in here. Honey, come on over here with me. So real quick, let's just wrap this up with everybody. Tell them our appreciation. Thank you for being here today. You guys' support, the support of my wife, the support of my family. Do you like it more when I'm home or when I'm gone and I'm on the road?
Home.
So she's definitely sacrificing because she actually we're coming up on 25 years. So after 25 years, she's still my best friend. I love her to death. She supports me through everything that we do. And I really appreciate you, Kiara. Appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody for being here today. Remember, at this point, if you're not yet a member, please do consider doing so. Like I said, you get videos early as part of the team. We appreciate you. So that's your little... Wait,
how does he know my nickname's Toots?
Who said that?
Philip.
I don't know. Oh, probably because he watches the videos. What was I saying? So anyway, part of the team. Appreciate you guys. Everybody else, like I said, we appreciate it. And just the entire support. We're coming up on 300 subscribers soon here on YouTube, and we're almost ready to cross over 250,000 followers on Facebook. And really, if you think about it, less than a year ago, we were under 10,000 subscribers. So you guys have really, really, really supported us like nothing else. Really appreciate it. And on that note, I'm going to quit rambling on. Thanks for your time today. That's it for now. Later. Bye-bye. Oh, should I answer any questions? Wait, I got time to answer additional questions, or did everybody ask questions? Here, let me stay on for like 5 more minutes. If we have any questions coming in or you want to see something else, let me know. I'll hang out for a few more minutes here.
Let everyone know your email again about the coins.
All right, so
I get other questions that are easier.
Here I'll come. Look, the sun is out now. So my email again, Jacob, if you want, or not Jacob, but Jeremy, if you want to drop that down below. My email is jared@travari.com. It's in the about section, as well as most of the descriptions that we have online. The coins again, the coins for the RX7 are going to be available in about 3 weeks. I'm going to be casting them at the end of next week, so I'll do some sneak peeks as far as the pictures. I got to put them up on a website to sell them, as well as, what else have I got going on? Where were some of the other questions? What else did I need to say, honey? Yeah, emailing me for the bidding. Make sure that your bid is in the next 4 hours. Okay, so by 5 o'clock Pacific time tonight, the bidding will stop. They're all sealed bids, highest bid for that item, and then we'll be in touch as far as the shipping goes. If the coins go over well, you know what? We're going to continue the coins, and we're going to do more of them. We've got the Mustang available for a teardown. The price of them right now, I believe we're going to drop that. Initially, I apologize if I told you in the beginning when I was very optimistic. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to do it for $9.95 plus free shipping. Like this became a much bigger task than I thought, and there's less coins available. So I think it's going to be between 17 and 19. So probably 17. We'll probably do 17 on this one, just so we can stay closer to what we initially told you. Some free shipping still, unless you're outside of the U.S., then we'll help arrange your shipping to wherever you are around the world. I'll just read a few more questions here. Let's see, is there any other questions? The headlights for sale. Yes, the headlights were mentioned, Morris Minor. We have the left headlight, or the passenger headlight, and the driver's headlight. The driver's headlight has a lot more water in it, so go ahead and rewind to that section. You'll see the headlights themselves. What state am I in? I'm in Oregon is where I'm at. Let me just scroll back up a little bit here. I'm going to focus on, can I pay for a coin? You cannot pay for a coin yet, John. The link, you are a member, you're part of the team, so you will receive notification as long as you watch the video that comes out ahead of time before everybody else. So that's going to be available to you. You'd like to see the coin making video. I'm going to start making that video the end of this coming week. There will be a video on that one. Holy crap, man, didn't realize you went up subs that much. I know, it was incredible, wasn't it, Death Eater? Yeah, we really jumped just this past year, so I'm really excited to see where we're going to be at next year. Like, can we, with a few more like incredible finds, can we actually break 1 million before the end of the year? Like, that's my personal goal. Like, can we do it? So spread the word. And I think that we have the snowcat video coming up. So next month we're going to Colorado to retrieve the snowcat that is in a lake that is 10,300 feet in elevation. The snowcat is 65 feet deep. When you do the adjustments as far as diving tables go, it's like diving on a 100 to 110 feet in depth. So it's going to be a super, I won't say it's risky. I mean, it's risky if you don't know what you're doing, but we are going to have to do like a staged lift with it. So we're not taking the lift bags all the way down to the bottom. We're going to do a staged lift where the lift bags are at 30 feet. We're going to bring the snowcat up, and then we're going to take the snowcat to level ground that's still 35 feet below underwater, release the airbags, and then reattach them and finish lifting it to get it to the boat ramp. It's about 350 yards from the boat ramp right now is where it's at. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. The side marker lights, Dave, you're asking about. My computer and the camera is not going to move over that far. Let me tell you what I have as far as the side markers. Driver's side and passenger side. Okay. Yes, I have. They are all intact on that. Dave, you were asking about the front marker lights. So there's 2 on the front and 2 on the side. Let's just do that as one complete set. If you want to bid on that, let me know what your sealed bid is on that one. Paul, I appreciate your offers being sent. Don't forget, if you feel like they're too low, you still have 4 more hours to raise those bids because it's sealed bid. Whoever bid the highest on that one. What else have I got? Can you show the console? The console right over there. That's about all that's left for the console. If you want to bid on that, I'm more than happy to tear that out of there for you as well. All right, I'm scanning through here. Side marker lenses, we covered that. Are the pops for sale? What pops? The pups? The pops. Let me know what you're talking about on that one, Morris. I don't know what you're talking about on that one. Oh, hey, thank you for the conversion on that. 149 rubles is $2.30. So I appreciate that. We covered the headlights. What state am I in? Thank you there. Did you find the missing person in... Oh. Did you find the missing person in the Ford Ranger missing 25 years? No, no. So she's been underwater for 30 years. And, well, we don't know if she's in the water or if she happened to have been buried somewhere else. Like, we don't know. Nobody knows what really happened to her. So was an ex-husband or boyfriend involved? We don't know. So that's what this auction and fundraiser is for, is to help us pay for our expenses. Like I said, my wife is really patient. I took $4,000 of the family money and I invested it in new sonar to put on a boat that was donated, as well as a motor, so we can get in the water and focus on Marty. That is what we're doing right now. I'm heading up there shortly after Memorial Day, and I'm going to be up there for 2 days scouring these small sloughs that we could not get a regular sized boat into. So I'll be able to mount this onto a nice small portable boat that I can move in by myself and spend as much time as I need to focusing on and scanning these waters. And we went with a really good sonar that we've got on that one. So we are going to definitely take the time on that one. Let me see, what else am I missing here? I think you should do this every time for a car, nameplates and some. This is a lot of work. Will Martin, I don't think we're going to do this for every car. I may not even do this for a car ever again. Like, this was a lot of work. And the girls were really patient with me on that. Tell Kristen about our family team. Yes, I will make sure that Kristen knows. She reads all of this. Bernie, great question. What am I missing? I think I'm caught up to the bottom now. So if I miss questions at this point, let me know any additional questions. I'll stay on as long as you guys are still asking questions. I'm not going to bump you off. It quit raining, so I can actually hang out in the sun a little bit here. Cool. You have a new boat now. Yes, David, it's a little inflatable boat. It's from Scout Inflatables. They saw what we were doing, and so they are donating a nice little 14-foot portable 60-pound boat with a transom on it that Bixby is stepping in. That's a little electric motors, like a little trolling motor. It's only 11 pounds instead of carrying a big marine battery and like a 55-pound motor. So this whole unit is only like 11 pounds. So they're teaming up to collaborate to help us out to go find Marty on that one. The Scout inflatable boat also gives me the ability to put a gas motor on there up to 8 horsepower as well. So I'm really looking forward to using that. So we'll do like 4.5 miles an hour, which is perfect for scanning with the sonar equipment with the Bixby. If we need to like scoot across the rivers or something, we can throw a little bigger motor on there. All right. Let me see what else we got here. What am I missing? Marker lights. What happened? Things off the cart badge. Yes, Mike. We might be able to do that. Takes a couple of plates off. Better than your homemade. Yes, yes. So if you guys are old school and you've been around a while, yes, Griffin and I, way back in the day last year, we made a cardboard boat to get across the lake to go search for a drone. We never did find the drone. The boat worked for us. We did have to paddle back though, because I forget what we used. Oh, we used a little trolling motor that we found in a previous dive video. But we didn't have enough juice to get back across the lake. The tractor, what happened to the tractor? I gave it to the farmer, and then the farmer gave it to a buddy of his who supposedly bought the kit to restore it. But you know how farmers are. Farmers end up collecting stuff for years, and then they just never get to it. So I would really love to see that thing come back to life, but at this point, it's now transferred hands twice. The backstory on that one is the owner actually saw the video and gave us the backstory that their tractor had been stolen 2.5 years earlier. It was insured. The insurance company ended up buying them a new tractor. They wanted nothing to do with the tractor because it was no longer theirs, and so we were able to keep that, and the owner ended up keeping it. Indicator lights. So Claire, yeah, we mentioned the indicator lights. The front ones we're selling. We have the 2 front and the 2 side marker lights are up there. There's no, I don't think they're broken at all. They look like they were all in one piece. So those are available if you want to bid on the marker lights at the front. Just admit it, you're already Brandon Larson from Sam Pete County, Manti, Utah. That's where I was a child. Elementary school. Incredible stomping ground. I went back there this last summer. It was a lot of fun. Sorry I missed you while I was there. Tractor, whatever happened? Yeah, he could strip some parts. What happened to the John Deere? We just covered that. It's great that you're going back. If you have that, yes, we would love to help the family out, Lyndon, her family on that one. Is there a link to become a channel member, supporter? 100%. If you go check out the last video or most of my videos, it will have a link in there on how to become a channel member. Also, if you're on a desktop, it will also have a little join button. So we appreciate you, Cosworthy, and all others that have become channel members. So that's where you can find the links. I think there might be a link in the About section as well. If there's not, I need to focus on that and do that. David S., thank you for becoming a member of our team. Do you find a bike? We found lots of bikes in the water. In fact, up there in Portland, at the riverfront wall, you'll see like a big a cleanup video that 11 of us did last year. In a single tank dive, you would not believe how much we pulled out of there. We had 2 or 3 barges involved. Walt was part of that, if you know who Walt was. Unfortunately, he passed away last year, but he was an incredible supporter of ours. He had a little tugboat, and he would come out on his own dime. Everybody that comes out, everybody's a volunteer. We could not be doing this without them. We could not be doing this without you guys. So we do not take any of this lightly. We do not take it for granted. And the ability for us to have really go above and beyond, not just getting cars out of the rivers, but as well as stepping up to help these families out. You know, and one of the first questions when a family contacts me, or we contact a family because viewers tell us about some of these cold cases, the first question that they always ask is, how much is this going to cost me? And our answer is, this is not going to cost you a dime. If you happen to have money in your account and you're able to, 100%, we appreciate it, because this is coming out of our pocket 100%. So our pocket, your donations flow right through to it. So, the travel expenses, the lodging, the gas, the air tanks, everything involved, nobody is backing us on that. We have incredible sponsors that they don't give us any cash, just so you know, but they do help us with gear. And so that really helps us out as well. Incredible sponsors, as you guys hear us. So anytime that we do pitch and talk about our sponsors, we appreciate your understanding that, hey, we're taking a few moments of your time during the video on that one. Tell Kiki I said hi. Absolutely, Dave. She reads all these as well. Just go below and find a member to become a member. Is that how you do it? You just click on a member? I didn't know. He has removed lots of... Oh, things are moving now. You'll get the nice mask logo. What happened to the yellow Corvette? The yellow Corvette went to the scrapper and recycling about 45 days later. Had I known that this channel would have become what it is today, and that you guys are interested in coins and other stuff, we would have definitely held on to it. I think that would have been a fun one to do something similar to this, but unfortunately, the yellow Corvette is not around anymore. Send you my appreciation. New mask. What happened to the yellow Corvette? Did you ever make 300? Yeah, we hit like 312,000 on the Caddy, and then the transmission finally went out a second time on us, and because of how old it was, the motor was ready to go out as well. Total, it would have cost us like 12,000 between the motor and the transmission to get it fixed up again, Philip. And so as a result, if we would have spent $12,000 on it, it would have only been worth $8,000. And so we finally did decide to get rid of that one. Bought that for my wife way back many years ago when things were really good for us. I was a real estate developer back in the day. In fact, we even have roads named after us. So Malia Avenue, Kiera Place, Kristen Way, Lysick Way. Yeah, a little bit of my backstory there. I was a developer way back in the day. But we did end up going bankrupt. We've been bankrupt twice now. And here we are. I'm coming up on 45, and I'm feeling good, and I'm excited what the next 10, 15, 20 years is going to bring us and how long we can actually do this, helping people and get in the water. So really excited about that. What else have we got? Just watched your 4-person dive where things are moving along here. I'm missing it. Rewatch the video finding part where you buy 1 or 2 rotors available. What happens to the cars that we take out of the river? So Elite Towing volunteers their time and their services. They take the cars back to their yard. They have to report them to the county or city impound, police impound, to notify them to see if we can actually locate what happened to them. Are they part of a crime? And then they have to hold on to them for 30 to 60 days, depending on kind of where they came from per city and state codes. And then after that, then they can go to recycling or be auctioned off. The RX7, it was longer than 30 days. And so that's why we were able to drag it down here for quarantine and bring you like a 5 or 6 part series on this one to keep all of us entertained. So the views have been way down on this stuff, but you guys that are hardcore and dedicated, we really appreciate you being here and watching this entire series. It has kept me from going stir crazy and bored, but I am so ready for it to come to an end. All right. Instead of a full teardown, please consider auctioning off badges. Yes. You have to bid by 9 p.m. Eastern time. No, it's 5 p.m. Eastern time. So Ingrid, you have, what is that? 3 hours and 45 more minutes to bid this evening. When are you going to see the John and the hot air balloon? John is my father, has a hot air balloon. I'm going to see him in Colorado. He's actually going to go up to go get the snowcat with us. Fiberglass and scrap, or it was 5 p.m. Ingrid. Fill up 12,000 becomes 8,000 often in cars. Quickly it does. And for us to do this entire car restoration, some people have been like, hey, restore that car. For those of you who are actual car guys, I would just be guessing, but nothing on this car was salvageable. I don't think, except for maybe the badge here. We could save the badge. Other than that, what would it have cost us to restore this RX7, and what would it be worth had we done that? So drop me a note down below on that one if you actually have that answer. Mike West, thank you for your $5 donation, and we are going to put that to amazing use for sure. Was that in Central Oregon? What's your question as far as Central? Where I'm at right now? Yes, Bernie, I'm in Central Oregon. I live in Redmond, but I tell everybody Bend because more people know where Bend is at. Paul, same age. You're 40, coming up on 40. So I'm 44 right now. I'll be 45 in September. Coming up on 25 years of marriage. My children, they hate it when I tell their age, but they're 20 and 23. Incredible girls. Tara, don't worry about being late to the game because this will be available for replay, and the auction ends at 5 o'clock tonight. Wish I could join you on the dive. I'm in England. My husband was a diver in the oil fields. Once he rewatched the video. Mr. L, how old do you have to be to do scuba diving? I believe it's 11 years old. 10 or 11, you can get into scuba diving. You can't do everything, so you can do some light open water, but you can't do the deeper dives. But don't quote me on that one. I'm not an instructor, but check with your local dive shop. They'll have plenty of information for you on that one. Greetings from Poland. Thanks for being here. Hope things are going well. June for me. We'll be celebrating. And I'm on this new workout routine as well, Paul. And I'm hoping that 45, by the time I hit 45, I'm hoping to be in the best shape of my life. I'm optimistic. I'm 17 days into this new routine. It would have been worth restoring, worth hacking up and modifying and turning it into track car, drift car. Did you see that frame though? VW buses. that thing was like really rusty, and but I'm not, like I said, I'm not a car guy, so I mean, you know better than me. Yeah, I can go till 62 for sure. I can match you on that one, Dave. Kiki is 23. Yes, she's 23. No, she's not 13. Incredible girl. She's just shy and likes to be behind the camera. Hello from England. Them RX7s are worth 6,000 to 15,000 now. Yeah, but James, how much would it cost to actually fix this one up? Like, I'm thinking a good 35, 40,000 to fix it. I'm not sure. Love the vids. Thank you very much. What are your future plans and vision? I would love to solve, Jay. I would love to solve 3 cold cases this year. Like, that is my goal. Can we actually solve more cold cases? And I think we're going to start doing more of that as we're out there finding cars. We do have a lot of leads for. There's a 12 or 13-year-old girl that the rumor is she's in the trunk of a car out in the Mississippi River or Missouri? Which one's in front of St. Louis? Anyway, again, because of red tape, the divers will not go down on it. I don't know all the details, but I'm told there's a couple of cars over there. One has a gentleman in it. Another one may have a 13-year-old girl in the trunk of a car. So I would love to step up and start just cut through the red tape. We have no red tape with what we do because we are not associated with any governmental agency. And I'm not going to say that we're renegades and we just like, we're cowboys. No, it's like we're smart about what it is that we're doing. And, I don't think there's anybody across the U.S. that lifts more cars than we have this past year. And we plan on continuing that as more and more people, more and more other divers come into this as well. In fact, everybody that's going to Colorado with me, we have 6 or 7 divers on that one. Every single one of them is carrying their own cost to do so. They're all volunteering their time to get this out as well. So same thing when we do these cold cases. Everybody's a volunteer on that one. How did you get interested in doing salvage recovery dives? Greg, it happened by mistake a little over a year ago, February. So I got into hey, let me just start diving, making the videos and sharing them on YouTube. And that was like 2 years ago. You can go back and see like one of the first ones where I think it was like a disc golf video where we just, dove a pond that we'd been in before, diving for fun. And so we started recording what it is that we started finding. Well, a year ago, February, we accidentally ran into a car that was 25, 30 feet underwater. I think it was a Honda. And so I called the city, said, hey, I found a car. Can I get a tow truck into this closed boat ramp? But we need to go down the footpath. Can we do it? What are you going to be doing this for? And why do you want to do it? And so they gave us like all this hassle. They wanted to charge us permits and, to have us pay like all these fees and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen, I'm just a diver out here volunteering my time and my services. I said, I don't have the funds to just pay you guys just so I can clean up your waterways. I don't even live in your city. I live 2.5, 3 hours away down in Central Oregon. So I started thinking about this. First of all, there's always a way to do something. Like, that's just my thinking. And so I started doing some research. I'm like, I ran across like salvage lift bags. I'm like, well, frick, you know what? If I can float these cars, I can take them to a public boat ramp. It's a public boat ramp that is open and nobody can tell me that I can't do it. And so if you go back and you watch our very first car video, it was a little bit of a fiasco. We got the car floated. We actually had to cut the car because whoever was driving the boat got nervous that they were going to get in trouble because if you saw that video, we ended up calling PD. We're like, hey, you know what? We're coming down. We're going to have a car. If you want to meet us at the ramp, come check it out, run the VIN. And that officer was, he did not represent, I'm not here to throw any law enforcement under the bus, but this guy is not meant to be a public service officer. Anyway, he was like, you are going to drop that car right now. Drop it where it's at. That car, you're dealing with a crime scene. And then his story changed to, we sunk those cars there on purpose he had like 3 or 4 different excuses, different lies is what they were. And so finally, we got a phone call back from the county river patrol, Steve Dangler, Sergeant Dangler. And he said, wait a minute. All right. So you guys are divers. You have a game plan. You already have it floating. You have a tow truck there. You're not leaving it on the ramp and we don't have to touch it. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you're doing. Continue doing it. that from there was the green light for us. And here we are a little over a year later, 35 or 40 cars. The support of you guys, we went from under 10,000 subscribers coming up on 300,000. It's been incredible, incredible opportunities along the way for us, which then because of the viewership that had grown is what then led us to Nathan in Missouri. That people reached out to us when they saw the Dateline in November. They said, if anybody can get that car out of there, it's you guys. And so the opportunity to do that would have never happened without the support of you guys, because without that, I wouldn't have had the funds to go to Missouri. Yes, we made some money on that video. We made money on all of our videos. That's the purpose of this, is the YouTube platform has given us the opportunity. So we're never going to flaunt or flex, the funds that do come in, because they are this is a business. This is a reinvestment business. This is a service to those out there in need that need help. So again, like I said, I appreciate everybody on that one. All right, so that's how I got into diving. That's how we got into the cars and the salvage recovery. Did I have to go to class for it? No, just common sense. I mean, that's all it is. As you saw, my common sense keeps getting smarter and smarter with common sense, and our techniques keep getting better. So yes, we've broken a lot of straps along the way. We've learned what works, what doesn't work. We're always thinking about safety along the way. And with each one of them, we do have pre-meetings and everything that goes into this. So we are being safe and cautious. Hello from Spain. Let me see what else I might miss. Hi from Wales. Hello from Netherlands. I'm 40 and feel like I've been hit by a bus. I don't know why, Nug. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at 40, in fact, 40 was when I was in the very best shape of my life. So I'm coming up on 45, and I'm hoping to be in the very best shape of my life there as well. The car was a pile of scrap metal painted red, pretty much. Hello from Spain. Weight reduction cars have a lot of rust and haven't been underwater, can cost $50,000 plus to restore. So see, if we were to put $50,000 into this car, as John said, it'd be worth between $8,000 and $15,000. So definitely not a good investment. Hello, David from Ireland. Frame can be patched up and salvaged depending on how far. Oh, it was bad. Wait till you see the motor tear down next week. Like, it is, that motor and that transmission definitely not salvageable. How do you get into that? All right, so we answered that one. Would have not been worth restoring. I think they said lift. Yeah, each yes. We are now making our own lift bags. In the beginning, we purchased lift bags, but there became such a demand for them. One, for our own purposes, but as well as from other divers across the U.S. that saw what we were doing. That it's now become like a movement. Other divers are now starting to get into this. That they see what is possible with these lift bags. That we're doing things that just a regular tow truck can't do because of the position of these. So we're able to position them where they need to be. And so it really is becoming a nice little movement. And yes, as Philip said, they're 1,500 pounds each. On MrLysick.com, I've got a link to them. In fact, in all the descriptions, I have a link to the lift bag, so you can read more on it. And you can also watch like a 10-minute video that I have that really goes over the details of these bags as well. Have I worked in Eastern Oregon? No, I have not. Experience is the best. 100% Dave Mack. School of Hard Knocks is what I like to call it. So I think that that's where street smarts, that's what it is. You learn on the streets. Stress is my biggest weight right now. I love the old plates you find. Thank you. Hello from the UK. Experience brings better knowledge. 100%. What's up? Cosworthy. Hey, appreciate you finding that link and becoming part of the team. We really appreciate your membership on that one. So watch for early videos, as well as when the coins come out, you will be part of the team that will receive notice of this. Is a Sam. If you're just now joining us, we're going to be using this 3D stamp to make coins for the RX7. And if you are a channel member and a sponsor, part of the team, sponsorship, a tank sponsor or gear sponsor, you will see that video before everybody else of us actually cashing the coins with the link to the purchase. It's first come, first serve, limited edition. I think I was hoping for 1,000. I think we're only going to have like 400. So Cosworthy, you're now in that you'll receive early notice on that one. So be sure to watch that video when it comes out. Ben Oregon in the house. Hey, low and steady. Welcome to the Central Oregon party over here. crazy weather today. We started with a little bit of sun, went to rain, more sun, more rain, more clouds. Now we're back to sun. So that is our Central Oregon weather. Do not trust the Bob Shaw, the weatherman over here. I think, is he the weatherman? Anyway, Bob Shaw. There are some cars in the Oak Grove boat ramp. There were cars. There are not any cars over there anymore, Peter, because we pulled out the 1960 Jaguar. We pulled out the yellow Corvette. We pulled out the Cougar, the Mercury Cougar. We pulled out the Beetle Bug. Unless there's cars that have gone in there in the past 4, 5, 6 months, there are no cars in there. We have taken every single one of them out. I think there were 6 or 7 cars we pulled out of there. And, you know, the Corvette was the one where 2 or 3 years ago, the sheriff's dive team went in there. They tried to pull it out. They spent 2 days trying to get it out. They didn't have the right tools. I mean, they had a tow truck. And this is what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. They had a tow truck, and they kept trying to pull it. And there was like a log here. So log here, car here, pulling against it. They ended up ripping the front tire off. The tow truck is, you know, going up on end. But with the lift bags, I joked about it in that video. I think it was the Corvette video. Yeah, Corvette video. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to have this thing floating out of here within the next, 60 minutes. And sure, I think it was 45 minutes later, car up to the bank. Those lift bags are just so easy to use. Let's see. Did you come to Malate? Did I miss that? Hold on, wait a minute. Things are moving on me. Hello from Rotterdam. I would be willing to dismantle the engine. There's a plane in Crescent Lake and a train in Syracuse Lake. Send me information on that one. Shoot me an email, Jared@Travari. Rotors, main shaft rotor. Should you ever decide to come down under for any reason, here's a team member in Australia. So Down Under Dan, he has a YouTube channel, and before all this, we were actually going to come down in October because there's 7 cars down there, Paul, down there in Australia that we plan on going for. They're near the Sydney area is where they're at. So if we can actually, the world is safe to travel again, we plan on heading down to there to Australia. In fact, we'll make an announcement for anybody in Australia. We'll make an announcement on that one. Don't trust Bob Shaw. 100%. Yeah, I don't trust Bob Shaw. I don't hate the guy. We just, as a Central Oregonian, we just all learned that we don't trust Bob Shaw. You don't trust any news or meteorologist. Engine parts could be mounted. What was the most bags used for one car or truck? 6 bags. We've used 6 on the Anchor before, and we've used 6 on the Buick that we got out. It was full of mud. And I think that on the boat, we ended up using 7 or 8 on the boat that we took out, the $85,000 boat that was up in the Columbia. All right. Once he's done live, go back and rewatch. Did you solve the missing? No, Steven, if you missed that, let me answer that for you. The missing bridesmaid, that's what part of this live auction was for. We're raising funds to pay for the sonar that I just ended up buying. It's like $4,000. My wife is not that happy with me about it, but she's very patient with me. So yeah, donations here helping me to pay for that, and it will be here on Tuesday, and a day or two after Memorial Day, we're going to be back up in that area, and we're going to be up there for 2 days, jumping into these smaller sloughs. So we finally have a small boat, a small motor, and incredible sonar equipment to get up there. Hello from New York. Theft, insurance, fraud. What was the outcome of the Anchor? Scott ended up selling it to a dentist or a lawyer or a doctor or somebody who mounted it and put it in his front yard as an art piece. All right. What do you do for a living? Are you just a diver? I am actually, Kevin, I am full-time. This is what you guys have given me the opportunity that last October, we actually went full-time YouTubers. And I call it YouTubers because that's where the income comes from. We get like half of a cent for every view, as well as the donations and support. And that has given us the ability to jump in. No government agencies pay us. And we're able to spend our own dime, reinvest these dollars to travel and go help families like, the Nathan family in Missouri. Even though the sheriff on that one says, hey, expect a little something from the county here. We really appreciate you coming. Never a we never did receive any funds from them on that one. I don't hold any ill will against it. Our whole entire purpose, we went there not expecting anything, expecting to carry the full burden on it and to bring resolution to, you know, Becky and her family for Nathan. So we would not change a thing on that one. Now, if the sheriff happens to be watching, I'm just going to say right now, I'm still waiting for that check that you mentioned, and you know, you still got my address. So if not, let me know and we'll make sure you get that address. Let's see. What is your favorite car that you pulled out? That 1960 Jaguar. I mean, just the way that thing looks, it's almost like a going to Disneyland and riding on the Autotopia for the little red cars. If you look at that thumbnail, that is my very favorite thumbnail and car that we have ever pulled out. A little bum that, again, we didn't know that the channel would become what it is and things that we could be doing with it, and you know, allowing other people to have souvenirs off of those. I never thought that it would be a thing, but you know, these souvenir purchases that, you know, that are coming up with the coins and stuff, again, all of that is going to an incredible cause. Again, thank you for all of you being here and even just watching. If you can't donate, still appreciate just you being here and watching. All right, one of the best thing about all of this is encouraging other people to do. Yes, encouraging other people where they live to do this. 100%, Dave. There's 2 divers over in Kentucky that just end up purchasing 6 bags from us. We got a helicopter, so if they're watching, Ray and Cody, you better not get that helicopter without me. I do have plans once we can start traveling. Let's go find that helicopter that's been 10 years underwater in Kentucky. So that's one of them. But yeah, a lot more divers are getting into this, whether they can just go down with a bag and clean stuff up, or they're getting into the heavier lift bags as well. It's all fun. It's all incredible. What kind was the sonar you got? You know, I was looking at the Simrad divers down. However, because it only went up to 800, I did want to go with the Mega. So I did go with the 1200 kilohertz or megahertz, whatever it is. So I did end up going with Hummingbird. I ended up picking up the Solux 12 Mega side imaging, as well as the Mega Ultrix 360. So we're going to have both of those on the boat with us. So I'm really excited about that one. And eventually, once I get that paid off for the money that we just dropped on that one, and I can convince the wife, I would love to put a second 12 on there, so that way I can have the 360 going on one and the side imaging going on the other. So that's what we have coming this week. The 360s, though, they're brand new. They're hard to get a hold of. So I'm actually like 4 to 6 weeks out on the Mega 360, but the side scan will be here. So that one will actually do us. Do you have a PayPal where you can donate? Yes, Tara, we do. Shoot me an email and we'll go from there. It's Jared. In fact, I'll just drop it right here real quick, or Jeremy can drop it. Jared@Travari.com. Please drop me an email, and yeah, we would appreciate all donations. So thank you for that, Tara. Nice. How long have you been doing this environment? Oh, how you been during this environment? I've been going stir crazy. That's why we have the RX7 little project going on here. It's been keeping me busy. Chaz Wolf, thank you very much for helping out. And the engine has already been dismantled, so stay tuned for next week's video as I break out the saw again, and we definitely dismantled that engine. I want to be a dive. If want to be a diver, any tips? Yes, get a hold of your local dive shop. They are going to help guide you through the entire process. I think the entire class, normally it's between $500 and $650, depending on where you're at and the type of gear that they're using to help you get started. And that's a good way to start. Just contact your local dive shop. You should come dive Yearns Reservoir. I bet you there'd be a lot of stuff in Yearns, as well as out there at, what's the little golf course that you guys have out there? I forget. It's been so while since I've been out in the area. But there's a lot of people out there, so I bet you they'd have that out there. Things just moved on me, so I hope I don't miss anything. One of the best things, I want to be a dive. Okay, yeah, I'm back on track here. You should come dive. checking email, by the way. Yeah, I'll be checking emails. I'm going to be busy with emails all afternoon now. Hello from Kansas. Best way is to become a member here and clicking on how did you hook up with Patty Mail. To answer that question, I usually don't get too much into that one, but just to let you know about Patty Mail and I, we go back about 9 years, long before he became a YouTuber. He needed somebody to produce his show. That's when it went from California to we kept saying that it was in Northern California. That was before people knew that it was a fake show, and I produced it for a year and a half. That's why the show became so incredible the way that it did. Pat went from under 1 million subscribers up over 7 million. I think he's over 8 million now. I'm not sure. But you'll notice that once I quit last October, we had a falling out, just to bring you all up to speed, because YouTube and the money got to his head. Money will make you more of who you really are deep down. So that's unfortunate. And you guys have seen that before. As a result, I did have to end both my professional and personal relationship with him for my own sanity, for the sake of my family. I just got done. I got tired of having to apologize for somebody else's behavior in a way of with the, hey, please don't let this reflect poorly upon me as a person. So people associate you with the circles that you run in. So that's why his show has now gone downhill. That's why you saw him starting doing live shows. Those didn't work out. He tried several other things, and he's still throwing darts. So you know what? I mean, it is what it is. All right. Do you do any work in Texas? I have not done any work in Texas yet. I would love to. I know there's we know of over 170 vehicles that are logged down there. So there are vehicles everywhere underwater across the U.S. What's crazy? 60s Jag, penciled out, restored, but oh man, would have been a headache for sure. Mr. L, the Martin family. We are working on how you say your name? Leanna Hayden. The Martin family. We are working on that one. We've been up on the Columbia River, up in the Dalles multiple times now, searching for that one. We have not just this sonar equipment, but I also have another potential sponsor with different sonar equipment that will really allow us to drop down into some of those holes. Some of those holes are 200 feet deep that we need to scan, and we have to have special sonar equipment for that one. So the Martins are always at the top of our mind. If you guys watching this do not know the family, the Martin family, it is a case from 1958, you said. Anyway, they went missing. The brother might have been involved. It's a crazy story, but just type up Martin family, Portland, cold case, and there's like a 12 or 20-minute documentary on it. Really, really sad story. Jag would have been cool. You said you don't own a pickup but wanted one. What pickup would you wish for? You know, I hear that way back in the day when I was a contractor, I had a Ford. I'm sorry, not a Ford, a Dodge. I really enjoyed the Dodge, but I want something that's going to last as well. I hope that didn't come out wrong. Some people, I mean, you're a Chevy owner, you're into Chevys. You're a Ford, you're into Fords. You're into Dodge. You know, I'm not particular on any one. I would love any of them, but I would definitely want to get it decked out. Front winch, rear winch, like let's really set this thing up for wherever Jared goes, it's all terrain and he can get in and he can conquer anything. That's really what I would be, love looking for. I would also love to have an enclosed trailer that you can actually just drive the boat right in, so that way I don't have to keep taking my gear in and out. I've seen a few enclosed boat trailers with a nice rigid inflatable boat to get into some of these spots, as well as this new little Scout Inflatables boat that's being sent my way that we can drop into the little spots when we need to. So yeah, I have a lot of things on my wish list. If I had the funds to do everything I wanted, I'd probably end up easily spending 150 to 200,000 to make all my dreams come true. And that's where all this money is going, is to those dreams to come true, to help other people to serve and to, solve these cold cases. I mean, that's really what it is. It's not just about cleaning up the cars, but it's what am I going to find in this car, and am I going to solve a cold case? And that's really, you've seen us in the past get excited, like, oh, could be a body in the trunk. Yes, we joke about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's why we're all out there. All of us divers is, do we have the potential to bring resolution to a family that has been wondering for the last 5, 10, 20, 50 years? 2 cars that we ended up pulling out there were not bodies in them because the bodies had already been recovered, but they had been suspected of being part of a, where they took their lives. And I got a call from both families. One was 8 years earlier that this happened. One was 10 years earlier that it happened. And they both said, thank you for finding that car. We'd always wondered. We didn't believe the stories. And now we know for sure. And we now are able to move on, from this. So we do get those phone calls from time to time as well. All right. Let's see what else we got. The Jag, you said you don't own it. Okay, who did that? Will you do any? Oh man, things just moved really fast. Will you do any car souvenirs for viewers in the future? Yes, we're going to. If these coins do well, Anthony, we are going to start pulling more of the aluminum off of and the copper off of these other cars. And hey, if people want them off of every single car, then yes, we're going to start casting coins from every single car that we do. How do you know where to look for cars underwater? Once you run into your first one, and then you go down to get that one, and then you accidentally run into two more, and then you go down for one of those, and you accidentally run into three more. You start realizing how the cars are going in, how they're floating, the floods over the years, how far they're actually going to go before they just settle in. They're not going to be beyond a certain point. How far out are they going to be? So once they go in, how long does the car float for, as well as the river currents? And you just kind of like, it just becomes second nature at this point. You're like, all right, there's a boat ramp, there's where it's going to be. And you jump in, and guess what? We jumped into Corvette to go get a car. We ended up finding 6 more cars over there. In fact, that's where I'm going to be shortly after Memorial Day, right before I go see and work on the bridesmaid, is we're going to go get 3 more cars out of the Columbia River. We might run into 5 or 6 more. We don't know. And I haven't even put a sonar on it yet. So once we have the sonar and we can really scour the area, then we're going to really know how many cars are over there. All right. How much money did you pull car or 4x4 in the river? I don't understand your question. How much money did you pulling car or 4x4 in the river? We don't get paid anything for pulling cars out of the rivers. No government agencies pay us, if that was the answer to your question. Yeah, the Mississippi River, I hear, is very similar to that Missouri River. So we're going to treat it much differently, Adam. We've got grappling hooks. We've got different game plans for sure. Yes, sketchy boat ramps for sure, like the Oak Grove one, Philip. Yes. Wonder how many cars are in the Mississippi River. Well, we know that on the Nathan one in the Missouri River, there's 15 cars over there that they didn't even know about. So there are cars everywhere. I would love to do a Detroit as well. Detroit's on my list just because I think it's cool. Like, it's the Motor City, and there's going to be definitely a lot of cars. And I'm going to say mob hits over there. Are you going to mention how much you make off the Mazda? No, I think that's kind of a personal thing. I mean, it's like, oh, well, you made, $5,000 on it, and what's he doing with all that? No, like I said, we're reinvesting our money. Some things we just don't talk about finances. I mean, okay, if you really want to know, like off of YouTube right now, I think I made like $800 off of YouTube and like $83 or something off of Facebook. So if that kind of gives you an idea, some cars do better than others, and it all depends on the season as well. You get paid based off the CPMs, which is like how many dollars per thousand. And, during the holiday season, advertisers are bidding more. And so you make more in the fourth quarter than you do right now. Like right now with COVID and everything, like we have YouTube income for everybody, like all YouTubers, because the businesses just are not advertising, has dropped 75%. So we're still eating, but barely. All right. Hope that answers your question. Didn't want to get too much into it. All right. After 5,000, damn, that's really unfortunate. After we filmed the pull stick video, I kind of got the feeling he was full of himself by the way he talked. You and D both seemed like humble ones. Yes, D is very humble. Yes, pull stick video. Remind me which one that one was, because I don't remember. We shot a lot of episodes. It was a lot of fun. Best way to restore a car: take the license plate off, the trash car, find a decent shaped one of the year, and put the plate on it. And don't forget to, that is correct, and don't forget to put a new, change out your VIN plate as well. Boom, all done, right? So, all right, Toyota truck. Do you ever dive in the Southern Oregon area? I have not, but I hear that there's a plane with a missing pilot in it down in Klamath Falls. I would love to go find that one as well. My dad's from Idaho. Finally dug under a house. Found, oh, things moved on me again. Dug under a house. Cow went under. Get a Ford. I've heard the Fords are really good, Randy. That they go for 300,000 plus. So get enough donations, maybe we'll think about that Ford. Did you own a Nissan? No, I have not owned a Nissan. Mr. Lysick, doing good. Jared, speak to Dennis Collins at Collins Bros Jeep. He might be able to help with a pickup thing. Lynn, if you have any pull over there, definitely let Collins Bros knows. We're always happy to be sponsored by somebody and help promote them at the same time. Let's see. What else have we got here? Good. If you can get closure, bring closure. If you get a new scuba diving suit, would you be able to send me Earl's scuba diving suit? I'm sorry, John. I do keep suits as backups, so that way, should something happen to mine, I've got a backup as well as anybody that's coming with us. It seemed like an easy. Yeah, I think the cars would be easy, Chaz. The wheels off of them. The engine and the transmission, a little bit more work, but I want to throw more than just the wheels on there, make it more authentic. You know, so maybe the radiators, transmission, and the wheels is probably what we're going to focus on and not tear apart the entire car like we did on this one, for sure. Do you dive in Medford area? I have not. If you know of any cars down there, shoot me an email. Get a four-door. I don't know if a four-door Jeep would be, Ingrid, if a four-door Jeep would be the appropriate vehicle for us. We really need like the weight, like a 250 or 350 truck, or a 3/4 or a 1 ton with some nice big nice big bumpers and everything on there. Why do you tear the engine apart? You should have had a battery charger. I did check. You'll see in that video. Is it that video? Maybe it didn't make it in this video. We actually did try charge. Oh, in next week's video, I tried charging the battery. The battery didn't hold a charge, but yeah, it definitely would not have turned over. How about Lake Superior? Again, I gotta travel. We gotta get out of quarantine. Certain areas, Lake Superior. I've heard certain parts of it are like really deep up there in Lake Superior. It's missing boats too. A lot of boats. I was the 18-year-old kid, pull stick and ride the lightning. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Jared, good luck with the auction. Thank you. Go back and watch it. It'll be up online in a few minutes. We're coming up on 2 hours here. So let me wrap this up. 1 or 2 last questions. You need a 4x4 tow truck as a recovery vehicle. I agree. I definitely need a 4-door, though, because there are people that go with us. And yeah, but then you have like a lot of, man, those things take a lot of gas. So I kind of want to keep my gas mileage down also at the same time. And looking for it once he's done live. All right. On that note, let's wrap it up. It's going to get ready to rain here again. It's been 2 hours on this one. People still have time to bid, so let me get off so that way this video can upload. It's been incredible. Thank you again to all of you, and that's it for now. I don't know how to end this. I just guess I just hit the end stream button. That's it for now. Later. Bye-bye.